everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my 2018 March favorites video. I know favorites are kind of out of style now, but I think they're still really good videos and they're really fun to make from what I've understood. And I kind of want to bring them back into style just because I think it's sad that they went out, because I learned a lot about a lot of great products out there because of them. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So to start out, I'm going to start out with the makeup segment of this video, of course, because you know me, I love my makeup. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar eyeshadow palette, and that would be my favorite eyeshadow palette for this month. It looks like that on the outside, and then it looks like Z's on the inside. As you can see, I use this thing quite frequently. I'm kind of hitting pan on a couple of the eyeshadows there, and the reason why I like this thing is because there's so many great shades in it, and also because it smells so good. It literally smells just like chocolate. I don't know if you've ever gotten to smell any of these, but they actually smell like chocolate, and I know this is weird, but a couple of my friends actually told me it tastes like it too. I'm not going to vouch for that because I've never actually eaten eyeshadow, but it smells really good and it applies so smoothly. Actually, that's the eyeshadow I'm wearing today because I love it so much. I think it's a great product, and I know it's kind of a pretty penny, but I actually kind of think it's worth it, because if you're a chocolate lover and a makeup lover, this thing is your secret BFF. So cute, and it's actually a really cool story behind how the Too Faced creator came up with the idea for these. So from what I understand is he was in a foreign country somewhere and he was getting a facial, and they actually gave him a chocolate facial, and apparently chocolate is really good for your skin. So he went and he got inspired for that, and thus started the whole chocolate collection, which actually originally started with the chocolate bronzer, which smells like, you know, chocolate. And it's really cool because all these eyeshadows are made with 100% natural cocoa powder. So I think this is really cool, and I love the packaging. Super cute, and I think it is a very worthy investment for y'all. So I would go for that. Alright, next up is going to be, I've talked about this in my very first video. It is the Makeup Revolution the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. Looks like this on the outside. Oh, you can see the reflection. Hello! And then it looks like, you know, once again, I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. It looks like that on the inside. I love this palette so much. I literally use it just about every day. Even if I don't contour every day, I use the banana powder in there to set my eyes and stuff once I conceal. I just use it as a setter for my concealer because I don't actually prime my eyes. I don't know, I'm just not an eyeshadow primer kind of girl. I actually will use a little bit of concealer once I'm blending that in, and I will actually go in and set that with my banana powder. And I know to y'all it probably doesn't make a difference on that, but I've actually noticed a difference, because one day I was making a smoky eye, and I messed up on this eye, and I was like, whatever, I don't really have time. So I went to just go ahead and redo it, but I actually noticed that this eye was darker than this eye because I hadn't concealed and banana powdered it. So it does make a difference. And also the highlights in here. Oh, this top one here I'm kind of disappointed in, because I thought it was going to be a really pretty color, but it does take a lot of application work. But this one right here, let me do a quick swatch of them for you. See, that's what they look like there. And then I don't know why that one just doesn't apply right. It makes me sad. Let's see if it'll pick up on the camera. Kind of. That's that white one I showed y'all, and there's the brown one. And they work pretty well. I like how they look, and I think considering that they came in this palette, I was kind of scared, because most of the time I've learned with palettes like that, Like, you always got those two random factors in there that don't really work, but man, they work. Next makeup product I'm going to be talking about is kind of an oldie. It is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. This is literally, oh my gosh, looks like this, and that is literally my setting spray. Like, Ulta is actually fixing to have a sale, and I'm fixing to get me the big bottle and just go ahead and invest in it, because I really didn't know if I was going to like it or not, but it's actually a great product. It keeps my makeup on very well, and it kind of gives me just a hint of dewiness, and I like that. It just makes me feel like very radiant when I use it. And I also used to use it as a primer, and it actually worked really well as a primer too. So if you're wanting a setting spray and a primer, look no further. MAC Fix Plus is your friend. It is a great product. And I know it's a little bit pricey, but I actually think it is kind of worth it. And I will actually make sure to link these videos. Last time I was struggling for some reason, like whenever I would try to link the products on there for you, it just wasn't working. I don't know if it was something on my end or what, but hopefully today I'll be able to do it, and I think I should be able to. And if I can't find a product, I'll put something very similar to it, and yeah. Alright, so next up is the Complexion Goals brushes. I've talked about these before. They're great brushes. They're by the company Morphe, which is probably one of my more favorite makeup companies. They're just a great company. They have their stuff together, and their products work so beautifully. And I honestly didn't think it was that big a deal when I was first getting into the makeup game, like what brushes I use, but it actually does make a difference, because some brushes can make a little bit of a product go a whole lot longer, and you can actually get that, you know, that dollar's worth of your product. So the first brush I'm going to talk about is the contour brush. I've used this before, and as you can see, it works so beautifully. It gets that contour on just very clean, and I love the color, and I like how it feels. It feels very luxe, just like very bougie. I love their brushes. Oh my god. And then the next fan, well, it is a fan brush. The next brush I'm talking about is the fan brush. I'm actually a little bit of a rebel with the fan brush. I don't use it for highlight. I use it for blush. And the reason is because, like, I like to put my blush right there on top of my contour. And when I do that, it applies it like very, like, it applies it very smoothly, and it applies just very directly, and it's not so much of a waste of a product. So it doesn't make the blush look too Barbie dollish, you know what I mean? Just not too like, oh my god, blush, ba-bam! It just gets it on there just very cleanly. The next brush is the Precision Powder brush. I love this brush. This is actually the brush I like to use when I'm setting my banana powder on my face, or if I don't contour that day, I'll just use this to apply blush. I love it. It's very big and very soft, and sometimes in the morning I like to use it like a microphone, like, ah, because to me it looks like a little microphone. But it is a great brush. It's very thick, but kind of light, and it gets the job done. Like, all these brushes really do. If I'm being honest with y'all, these brushes work so well. Like, I don't know what I would do without them, because they're just such a great product. Alright, the next brush is the Deluxe Angle brush, and again, I'm kind of a rebel with this brush too. I know you're supposed to probably be using that for blush or whatever, but I actually don't. I use it personally for my highlight, because I think, if you can see, I like to kind of do the C thing right there. I call it a C, and I just like it in that area, and it just gets it on so smooth and beautifully, and it just works phenomenally for what I want to use it for. And I think it is a great product. And then last but certainly not least is this brush. It's a kabuki brush, and I use this for good grief, I can't talk today, I'm sorry. I use this for my liquid foundation, and I just I used to use an e.l.f. brush, and don't get me wrong, that brush works really great too, I love it still, but it gets it on a little bit more sheer, and I feel like with this brush it actually gets my foundation on and I kind of get a little bit more of a coverage. Plus it actually makes it go a long way. Like before I would have to use like 2 pumps, and now I only use 1 pump of my foundation, and I literally just go all the way around like that. Like I can just dip it 1 time in the foundation and it'll cover about this whole portion of my face. So I love, 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 love the Complexion Goals brushes. I think they're great. I think they're worth it, and they weren't a horrible price margin. And I know they're just your basic brushes, but I think if you're wanting just to get a good starter set, then you should definitely invest in those. Alright, and then this isn't technically a makeup product, it's just something to clean it with. It is the J-Cat Dry Makeup Brush Cleaner. I think I talked about this too in my first video. I love this thing. It's a great product because it actually cleans your brushes in between when you're trying to, when you don't have time to deep clean it, you know. That product works so well. It gets the pigmentation off so that way it doesn't ruin the value of your other eyeshadows or whatever else you're using on your brushes. And I'm a little bit of a germaphobe about that because, you know, I actually have acne prone skin, and, you know, bacteria can build up in your brushes pretty quickly. So I try to deep clean mine at least once or twice a week. Not a week, but once every 2 weeks. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I was trying to get it out. But I use that every 2 weeks, or 1 week or 2 weeks to deep clean my brushes. But in between that, though, I'll use this thing to like just keep my brushes going and try to keep off as much of the icky stuff as I can. And it's really cool because you don't have to like really clean it all the time. I clean it every day, and I just use like a dollop of Dawn dish soap, and then I just like rub it in, and then I rinse it out, and then it's good to go by the next day. And it's a great product, and I think it was literally maybe $5 at Ulta. I don't know, but I'll link it below for y'all. Like I said, I'm going to try and link all the products I talk about today down below, and if I can't find it, then I'll just find the next best thing to it, and I'll still leave it down below for y'all. Alright, so the next product is going to be in the hair care family. Well, one's a hair care, one's a styling product, but it is the Joico Color Infused Red Shampoo. And it's a shampoo to revive red hair, and is bio-advanced and peptide complex. Looks like that. I use the shampoo and the conditioner, but the bottles look the same, so I figured it'd just be easier just to show y'all the shampoo bottle. I don't know if you can tell in this lighting and whatnot. Oh no, you can. Okay, good. I got my hair dyed early March, and it's now like the second to last day of March, and it still looks like this. And my best friend the other day, she was actually commenting on my hair, and she was like, I don't understand, you got your hair done a month ago and it still looks so good. And honestly, I think that my lifesaver is this thing. And also because my hair stylist, when she did my hair, she was telling me it's also better if you have color treated hair like this, especially red, if you wash it in cooler water, because it'll make the color go a lot longer. And I'm not saying I'm not going to ever have to go back to the salon, because I know here in a few weeks, once my roots start growing out hardcore, I'm going to have to. But for now, I mean, it's doing a great job. And I mean, usually I'm used to when I have my hair dyed that I have to, when you're washing it, you know, you see that like dye washing out, but that's not the case with this. Literally, when I use this product, all I'm seeing coming out is this. And I will tell y'all now to be careful when you're using it, because when you're washing your hair with it, literally looks like you're like getting murdered. And last night it was really funny. I got a little bit on my thumb, and I thought I got cut because it looked like legitimate, like a little scar had just popped out of nowhere, and I was like, what in the world? And then I rinsed it off real quick, and I realized, oh no, it's not that, it was just my shampoo. So it is really red. So I would just be careful with that, and don't get messy in the shower, because I know that's going to be kind of a pain in the you know what to clean. Alright, so the next product I'm going to be talking about is the Remington curling wand. Oh my god, I love this thing. And it's pretty cheap. I think it was, I know it was in the 20 range. It couldn't have been no more than 25 max. It gets up to 410 degrees. And the thing I love most about this thing is it actually has a lock. So that way, when you're, because we all probably do this. When you're curling your hair or whatever, you accidentally press a button and then boom, the thing turns off. And you're like, oh my god. And then you have to wait for it to turn back on. And it's a whole big process. That thing doesn't do that. Because of the lock, literally, I can press the buttons like 50 times and then I'll look down and it's still going. And it heats up pretty quickly and it does my hair pretty well. And if you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you'll notice lately since I've gotten my hair cut that I actually go to this beachy wave kind of thing. And it's actually because of this thing. I'll curl my hair and then I'll like kind of run my fingers through it and then I'll put hairspray on. And it gives me kind of just like a beachy wave like curl. Just very cute look. And I love, love, love this product. I think it works very well. I think it's worth the investment. I know everybody wants to get those like cheese and the Bellamy's and all that, but honestly I think that Remington curling wand works just as well, if not probably better. And maybe I'm wrong because I haven't used it, because I mean that's a lot of money to spend on a product, but I think this thing is so good for what it is. Alright. Oh, I forgot a makeup product. Dang, I'm sad. Oh well, I'll go back to it. It's actually the color lipstick I'm wearing today, and this is my favorite lipstick to wear for spring. It is from, this tube is actually from the Kylie holiday collection from a couple years back, but it's in the shade Ochre. I love it. I get so many compliments when I wear this shade. It's very vibrant, very, very pretty. And the thing I like about her products the most, especially her matte lipsticks, is that when you put them on, like, I literally don't feel it when it dries. Like, it dries and then I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, you're dry, what? It feels like weightless on your lips. It applies very well. I literally just use one dip each time, and I can go around the complete mouth and get my lips completely covered. I love her products and I think they're worth it. And I know not everybody's a Kylie fan, but I think also a lot of it has to do with if you get the real product or the fake product. Because I know if you get the fake product, it is not the same thing. But I'll try to link this down too for y'all, because it is such a worthy product. Alright, the next product is the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel in the shade 754 Prince Charmant. Looks like that. Oh my god, I love it. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, that was sexy. Anyway, I love this shade. I actually painted my toes this color the other day, and it's just so springy. Like, I don't know, I look at it and I'm like, And the good thing about mint is I feel like it's one of those colors where if you're tan, it makes you look really tan. But if you're pale, like, it still looks really good. Like, it doesn't lose its effect. Mint is just a very lovely color, and I feel like it can suit both skin types. So, if you're wanting a good color, and if you're, like, really dark or really white, this is your friend right here. Alright, and the last product I'm going to be talking about is the Victoria's Secret Wild Vanilla Perfume. It looks like that. I actually got this in the semi-annual sale, and I didn't really know if I was going to like it or not, but oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells just like tropical with like a hint of vanilla, and I wish I could just make you smell it right now just through the camera, but I can't. But oh my gosh, if you love perfumes and you love smelling good, girl, look no further. This is your friend. I love it. And like when I first got it, all the girls that I work with, when they smelled it, they're like, oh my god, what is that smell? And I was like, this stuff. And they're like, oh my god. And we all were going crazy over it. So this, oh my god, this is definitely a must have. If you're a perfume lover or just loves to smell good, you need to get it. Alright, so that's it for my video today. Sorry, it's still kind of long, but I tried to get through it as quickly as I could. I hope y'all have a great weekend and a very happy Easter, and I hope all of y'all are safe and blessed and just have a great days. And just please thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll be seeing y'all very soon next week with my new video. I'm planning on doing a makeup tutorial. The next couple videos actually are going to be a makeup tutorial. So yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Bye guys. Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. Yeah. Blah. Blah. Hey everybody. Shish kebab. That's a great way to start a video. I'm so fancy. You already know. In the fast lane. From LA, Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Get to taste this out.